Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we left off yesterday, and so this is just the problem worked out. These will be our answers, our possible rational roots, and then so as it turns out, 1 is a real 0 because we use remainder theorem. We could plug in 1, we get a remainder of 0, meaning that 1 is a real 0. As it turns out, 1 is the only real 0 for this one. And any questions on this? Okay, let's go ahead and look at 34. And work out 34, and just spend a minute working it out. And I'll go. So, are you working this out? You're working this one out? Okay, let me show you. Again, let's review here. What it is, your possible rational roots are plus or minus the factors of the constant term. In this case, 14 divided by...
Where did you get 14?
I got 14 right here. Okay, so plus or minus the factors of the last term divided by the factors of the coefficient of the first term. So these are the two numbers you're going to be concerned with in determining your rational roots. Does that help a little bit?
No.
Okay. Okay, so work on it. I'll go over it in a minute. There we go. Okay. I will show you this one, because what you have is you're going to have, our answer is going to be plus or minus the factors of 14, which are
1,
7.
2, 7, 15.
14 over, what are your factors of 1 and 3? And so from this arrangement, you just kind of go down a list. So you have plus or minus 1 over 1. Then I just go down the list, 2 over 1, and so forth. So plus or minus 2, plus or minus 7, and plus or minus 14. And then you have 1/3, 2/3, 7/3, and 14/3. I forgot 2/3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got that out of order, but it's still there, right? And plus or minus 14/3. So these are your possible rational zeros. Now, this says determine which ones, if any, are real zeros. So we could try these. I want to go ahead and just kind of, because it's not as crucial to what I'm trying to demonstrate here, as it turns out, this factor, the zero that is real, is 7/3. So 7/3 is our real zero. And I want you to test it to see what it looks like. How do you test that as a real zero?
Put it in for F of negative.
Yes.
or number.
Yeah, so what Riley said is right. If we take f of 7/3, we should get 0, right? So I want to show you that in the calculator, how to do that. Oh, let me get this here. Oops. There we go. So I'm going to put 7/3 storage x, and then what you do is you just type in the function here.
Wait, how do you put it in as storage?
There's a storage right here,
Oh, okay.
and then x, and then enter. And so what we have is 3x to the third power, is that right? And then the next one is minus 7x squared, is that right? And then we have, is it plus 8x? Minus 14
No, it's 6x.
plus 6x,
Yeah.
and then minus 14. Thanks for catching that, that would have been embarrassing. Then we go ahead and press that, we get 0, which demonstrates that 7/3 is a real zero, okay? Now what I want you to do is turn over the page and look at 35 and work that out, and I'm going to call a volunteer for that. And Chloe, did you figure that out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Really not that hard, but it's like most stuff we do in here. Gotta learn it.
Very good.
Okay. I'm going to choose. Does everybody work that out? Yeah, let's choose somebody here. Looks like Becky, we're going to get you, Becky.
I don't know how to do it.
You didn't do it? Becky says she didn't do it. We'll go on. Robert. All right, Robert. What do we got for this, Robert?
Plus or minus 1, 3. Did you want us to put 3 2 times?
Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. I think you only need to do it once, but I think I know what you're saying.
9. Over.
What else?
That should be it.
Yeah.
No, you should get more than that. Let me show you. Now these are
Multiply to get 9?
now these are right. These are correct, okay? But you have factors, plus or minus factors of this, which are going to be 1, 3, 9, right? So that's where all these come, but over the factors of this.
Oh yeah, that's what I was doing.
That's, yeah, he just,
And so then
Right.
you would have 1/2,
Yeah. 3 halves.
and then plus or minus 3/2,
And then plus or minus 9 halves.
plus or minus 9/2.
Yeah, I was doing the top part. I was talking about the top part.
Okay, well, so you got half right. You were following along. I'll give you credit for it. That's a good effort, Robert. Thank you
no,
for.
you weren't ahead of me.
Oh, I went ahead of you?
Yeah, I was trying to do the top part.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you did well. It so happens that our real zero is 3/2. So I want you to go test 3/2 as a real zero.
I just did that.
You did that? And you got it? Okay. Becky said she got it. So 3/2 is your real zero. So 3/2, let me see, I know that's 1.5, right?
I just did 3/2 on here.
Yeah, and so for this, was that in the video? Was that where you saw it? You didn't see it in the video?
I didn't have.
You're just like super genius. So we get 2x cubed. Yeah, it's going to be minus x squared minus 9x plus 9. Zero, okay. All right, thank you, Robert. Appreciate that. Go ahead and work on number 36, and I will choose somebody for that. We're about out of class time. We believe we get to that. Yeah, you're going to have a long list here because both 12 and 6 have a lot of factors.
I had a question.
Yes.
So, it has plus and minus 1 3 times. Do you want me just to not worry about that? To leave it?
Okay, you're saying that 1/1
It's-
and 2/2
And 3
and 3/3 and 6/6. Yeah, so all you need to do is only plus or minus 1 will take care of all of those.
So,
That's actually a good observation. Yeah, Becky made a good observation.
when you put 4/2, can I just make it smaller and do 2/1?
It's just 2. You simplify. So that's just 2. Come to 4/2, that's 2.
So you simplify it.
So you simplify, yeah, simplify. Okay, we're just about out of class time. I'm going to pick one more person to help us here today. And that person is going to be Elizabeth. Okay, what did you get for this one?
On top, I got plus or minus minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3, plus or minus 4, plus or minus 6, and plus or minus 12. And then at the bottom, I got 1, 2, 3, and 6.
Okay, so this is your workout 1. So this is what you're working from. Okay. So your list of zeros is going to be?
Plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3, plus or minus 4, plus or minus 6, plus or minus 12, plus or minus 1 half, plus or minus 3 halves, plus or minus 1/3, plus or minus 2/3, plus or minus 4/3,
So plus or minus 3 halves, and what else do you say? Plus or minus, what's the next after that?
1/3,
1/3.
and then plus or minus 2/3, and then plus or minus 4/8. 4/3 is
4/3, okay.
and then plus or minus 1/6.
Is that all of them? Yeah,
Because a lot of them simplify down.
a lot of them simplify down the same thing.
If they simplify down to something that's already up there, we don't have to put it again.
Yeah, you just have to put it there once. So it repeats. As it turns out that 3 halves and negative 4/3 are going to be your real zeros in this bunch. So anyway, that's it. We've got to get our desk wiped down.